What up, bitches? It's the MisanthropikOne, aka He Who Hungers, and I'm back up in this bitch for another rant/review. Today, I like to talk about this album right here, Verbal Kent's latest album called Sound of the Weapon. This is the part of the video where I usually go into the history of the MC and how I got into him or her. But honestly, I don't even remember how I got into Verbal Kent. I just know I got into him a couple years ago. I ended up getting all his material, every one of his albums, except he had a band that he was with in the, I would say, early to mid 2000s. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I'm not too sure, like I said, about his early history, but I have all his hip-hop albums, starting from his first album called What Box, all the way up until his last album. Well, up until his latest album, I would say. This one, Sound of the Weapon. And his style is very, I don't want to say blunt, but it's very, I would say, braggadocious and battle-oriented. And that's what most of his bars consist of, those type of raps. He does have songs that have some content in there other than that, but majority of his bars are based around that. This album is produced by Crisis. The entire album is produced by Crisis, with the exception of one track that's produced by Ninth Wonder. How could I forget that? And I believe that's a bonus or a hidden track, I believe. And if you're a fan of Ninth Wonder, then you're definitely a fan of Crisis. Crisis has been around. I've mentioned him on my channel before on different videos, and he's been putting in work. Shout out to Mellow Music Group, by the way, who put this out. They've been putting out dope hip hop. I've been onto these guys. I've been telling you about Mellow Music Group since the Diamond District album. So shout out to Mellow Music for supporting this shit. This album, you got 13 tracks. Like I said, his style is very battle-oriented, very braggadocious. Most of the tracks are like that, with the exception of the Now or Never tracks. And there's 3 parts to those, and each of them are a verse each, and that's breaking down his history, and he even mentions that band that I just previously talked about. So if anybody knows what, where I could get that material from his early band, I would like to get that information, send it to me, leave it in the comments or inbox me, whatever. But this album is very good. If you're a fan of Verbal Kent, you probably already have this album. If not, listen to a few tracks, go pick it up, support the shit, and that's it. My rating of this album, I would give it I would give it a 7.75 to about an 8.25. Great job by Verbal Kent. Definitely a solid listen. Shout out to Crisis. Shout out to the Ninth Wonder. And yeah, that's it. That's all I gotta say. Everybody else, y'all know the deal. Leave your love, leave your hate. Most of all, subscribe, alright? Peace, bitches.